What if I told you there was a way to narrow down your personality so specific that you could use your strengths and weaknesses to your advantage and get the most out of life? That is what the Enneagram personality test offers. Through learning about this test, you can gain knowledge about yourself and why you react to certain situations and strive towards specific goals the way you do. So, let's get into it.
GlobalBazaar.com.
Before we explain the 9 different personality types the Enneagram test gives us, we first need to understand more about what this test is and how it gets to the results it does. The Enneagram is a system of personality typing that describes patterns in how people conceptualize the world and manage their emotions. The Enneagram model describes 9 different personality types and maps each of these types on a 9-pointed diagram, which helps to illustrate how the types relate to one another. The name Enneagram comes from the Greek ennea, is the Greek word for 9, and gramma means something that's drawn or written. According to the Enneagram, every personality has a certain worldview and looks at the world through their own lens or filter. This makes it possible to explain why people behave in certain ways. By describing how the basic personality adapts in response to both stressful and supportive situations, the Enneagram shows opportunities for personal development and provides a foundation for the understanding of others. The system has been the inspiration for multiple Enneagram personality tests as well as books on an eclectic variety of subjects from personal development and spiritual growth to relationships and even career development. The basis of the Enneagram is a 9-pointed geometric symbol. It consists of an outer circle on which the 9 points, or personalities, are numbered clockwise and evenly spaced. There is also a triangle between the points 9, 3, and 6, and an irregular hexagon which connects the other points. The circle represents the wholeness and unity of human life, while the other shapes represent how it is divided. The types on either side of each core type are called wings. It is believed that wings represent related personality styles which we can transition into in order to develop new facets of ourselves. Many people identify strongly with the description of one or both of their wings in addition to their primary type, and understanding the influence of the wings can help to add more nuance to one's understanding of themselves. Each basic type in the Enneagram is also connected by 2 lines to 2 other basic types. For example, type 1 is connected to type 7 and type 4. The first line connects to the type which the person has left behind or repressed in childhood. The characteristics of this type must be reintegrated in order for the person to develop. The second line connects to the type which the person may grow into once they are ready to reach a higher state of development. These connecting lines highlight how each basic type possesses indispensable strengths, but at the same time has darker sides that are full of challenges. The inclusion of these lines moves the Enneagram from a purely descriptive personality model to one that is dynamic, showing how personality can change under different conditions. We don't know the exact origin of the Enneagram, but we do know it has an eclectic history. Some assume ancient roots in Babylon around 4,500 years ago, while others place the origin in classical Greek philosophy around 2,500 years ago. The model has been attributed to the Jewish Kabbalah, Christian mysticism, and Sufism, a mystical form of Islam. Dante apparently had very good knowledge of the Enneagram since the characters in the Divine Comedy correspond largely to the Enneagram types. What we do know is that the modern Enneagram system is the work of contemporary authors. George Ivanovich Gurdjieff, a mystic and spiritual teacher, introduced the model as a spiritual symbol in the 1930s, and it arrived on American shores in the 1960s. Most researchers today tend to focus on the psychological rather than the religious side of the Enneagram, drawing comparisons with other personality models like the Myers-Briggs system. Now that we know the history and reasoning behind the Enneagram test, we can now start to explore each of the 9 personalities in detail so you can figure out your personality and live life to the absolute fullest. In the next video, we will go over the first type of personality, the perfectionist. Thank you for listening, and I hope we were able to expand your consciousness. For more information like this, head over to GlobalBazaar.com.